I would say the four characteristics that I connect with most as a teacher are students and teachers are engaged in activity and purposeful learning. How I would incorporate that in a classroom is by getting to know each one of my students with their interest and applying it to how I teach. So if I get to know the student, then they're going to be more engaged with me if I can incorporate my teaching through things that intrigue them. By like doing more exploring or hands-on activities will help them have more purposeful learning. I would say the second one um, is how an educator can use multiple multiple learning and teaching approaches within the same subject area. What works for one classroom may not work for another, or my own, or what works for one student may not work for another student. So, as a teacher, I am ready to find what teaching techniques will work for my students. So, again, going back to the first one, is finding out their interests so I can engage them in what they're learning. And, you know, collaborating with some of their old teachers that they had or teachers that they have on campus and working together with them and maybe designing learning activities that can challenge but engage the students. The third one is the school is actively involved with families and about their children's education. I remember when I was growing up, my teachers did not let my parents know that I was struggling in school or as an adolescent. Um, I think if I had teachers to reach out to my parents about my schooling, then maybe I would have been a little bit more successful with my grades and some of my decision making. So, like me as a teacher now, I feel that getting the parents and grandparents or uh, foster parents, whoever is involved with that student, getting them involved in the student's learning is a great way to show the students that us teachers care about their student and what their activities and how they're acting and all that stuff. I mean, it may bring like maybe bringing in like a parent speaker for community day, if it's follows with the curriculum of what we're discussing. um, the fourth one is organizational structures that help purposeful learning and meaningful relationships within uh, the school. Having teams of teachers and we structure our teachings with organized and meaningful material, then the students can improve their own achievements. Like when students see teachers building meaningful relationships between each other, then that can have a positive effect toward the students' relationships and their schooling. And I do believe that all relationships matter when the students are adolescents, because that's what a lot of them focus on at this age and going through such a hard time with this. So I'm eager to work with them at this age because I feel like I can bring that to the table with, building, um, relationships with my students, but also with the faculty and principals and stuff like that. So I'm very interested in working with middle school uh, children to help build that foundation for them.